and welcome to episode 2 of Digital Ramblings, the podcast where we like to ramble about things that are digital. And in today's episode, Vix has stumbled across a trending topic on LinkedIn, which we're going to be getting our teeth into.
Yes, so first question to you would be, are you a desk bomber?
A what?
Yeah, it's been trending on LinkedIn all week, and I think the source has come from an article in the Financial Times. So it's really about finding out whether you're a desk bomber or not, and the definition of what that is.
So before Vix continues any further, I had no idea what a desk bomber was. We'd love to know if you've heard of the term desk bomber or desk bombing. However, once Vix explained it to me, I'm definitely a desk bomber.
I'm an avid desk bomber.
I'm sorry.
So it's basically, if you were in an office, are you the type of person to consider walking over for an unscheduled chat and asking someone in person, or would you use digital means, i.e. an email, to contact that person?
And with this, we mean like really basic stuff. So let's say, let me think of an example.
An approval for something. You want a piece of copy approving.
So, and they're right next to you. Let's imagine they're on the desk next to you. You've kind of been waiting maybe a day or so and you really need it approving. So do you email them and say, are you all right to approve this copy? Or do you lean across and say, hiya bud, you all right to approve this copy?
It's a really funny one because I'm definitely a desk bomber. If I'm with, as most of my clients probably know, when I come into your office, I definitely get up and ask that person directly, which perhaps you could argue that I'm not thinking of that person's time. Maybe they're busy at that moment when I want to ask that question. So perhaps an email would be more suitable.
Yes.
But it might come with the whole fact of digital marketing and marketing. Things need to be done quickly, and I might be looking for approval or answers quickly. So,
however, we were just speaking to a few other people who were like, absolutely not, no, I'll drop an email. And that seems really foreign to us.
Yeah, I'd feel more awkward sending an email to someone who was sat opposite me, because then I'd panic that they felt like they had to respond quickly.
Well, do you know what as well? I know that we do go into offices with some of our clients. However, I have not worked in an office properly, like full-time office worker with loads of employees there.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know the etiquette.
Yeah, I think the etiquette, I haven't for ages in a big office full-time. I think it probably is polite to email, but obviously the new thing that people have now is chat. So whether it's a Slack group or Google Chat or whatever you use, so you still instantly sending that person a message.
Yeah.
But I guess it gives them time to respond, and if they're not ready to respond right now, you still have to wait. Whereas with good old-fashioned desk bombing, you're asking for an answer there and then.
Well, I do two things with my desk bombing approach.
Yes.
The first one is that I will either say, if I can see someone is like doing something on their laptop, I will say, I've got a question to ask you, but only when you're ready to hear it.
Nice.
Yeah. And then the second thing is that I will put my hand up. Now that might come from my days of being a teacher, but I will literally sit there and I will just raise my hand a little bit and just look at them, and I mean, people find that absolutely weird, and that might be actually quite rude.
Well, it's polite, and even in digital with Zoom and Teams and things like that, you can have a little emoji where you raise a hand. So in a way, I'm sure that I have to admit, in all my career, I haven't seen someone raise a hand in the office, but it's a polite, quiet way of saying, I want your attention, I guess, or I've got something to say.
So we'd love to know from you whether you're a desk bomber or whether you're an emailer. I don't know what it would be called.
Yeah.
A non-desk bomber. Yes, this article also went into something else as well, which started a conversation with me and Vix. And it was about the fear of picking up the phone.
Yeah, so
conversation.
It was saying, really, that kind of millennials, especially, over the years, haven't had to answer phones as someone in their 40s. We had landlines, we had to answer the phone maybe, when our parents were in, or answer on behalf of our parents. I've had loads of telesales jobs. So I am fairly confident with the phone. Whereas I was speaking to Megan about it, and Megan was...
Yeah, I mean, I've got better at the phone, but if someone wants to have a phone conversation with me, that's really daunting. I will literally write out a script, and I was saying I'd much rather drop you a voice message, on WhatsApp, like a voice memo, than actually...
You're a voice bomber.
Oh my, I am
You
a
are.
voice.
You
I
are.
am. Oh my god, that's a thing. That must be a thing.
You are actually a voice bomber.
And do you know what?
I didn't use voice notes until I met you, and now I use them.
Voice notes.
Because I can't be texting so much.
It's
lengthier.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Texting hurts.
So you're a desk bomber and a voice bomber, but interestingly, you're quite happy to go up to someone if they're at their desk and get your answers, but you don't feel comfortable picking up the phone and speaking to that person.
I stumble. I stumble over words.
And have you always been like that, or is that just since you've is this with clients and business people, or is this just calling the hairdressers and things? You don't like doing things like that?
Oh no, everybody.
Right.
It is everybody. But then obviously when I grew up, I did have, we had the landline, and I did grow up with that. And
you're too young for landline.
Don't remember. Oh, stop it, you. But yeah, I remember we've had this before. We've wanted to book somewhere, and you actually said to me, and it's only come up today that you found out I'm scared of phoning. Yeah. And I asked you to do it instead of me doing it, and you're like, yeah, fine.
Yeah. I've got a friend who's got phone-phobia as well. So I guess really just I guess actually all this ties into kind of communication, doesn't it? It's about how you like to communicate and the person who's receiving that communication, how that sits with them. So, that's our ramble today.
It's a proper ramble, actually, that one.
It is.
But we would really like to hear from you. Are you a desk bomber? Are you a phone-phobic? Or are you none of the above?
No.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.